Hello, I'm not. Oh, there we go. Yes, welcome to the lighter side of the dark side. It's your Thursday night freak show, the Dark Mark Show. It's girls' night out, and boy, look who I'm in the studio with. Beautiful, beautiful women. First off, let's introduce. She's been on the show before, but now she's gonna be on every week. My new co-host, Nicole Sixx.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, we got to figure out something new, like a greeting for you, because Josie's gonna take Hello Dark Minions with her, so we'll work on that.
Oh, okay.
What's a sexy thing you could say to our listeners, Nicole? In your sexiest voice.
Bonjour.
Okay, well, we'll work on it. And we also have two of my longstanding beautiful friends. We have, and is that okay? Your hair's going to be all right, Ina? Is that right?
It'll pass.
Yeah, she didn't know she was going to be on camera. She didn't know she was going to wear headphones. But she looks lovely. She looks beautiful. And I found out, these are two trailblazers, Nicole. The first black actress ever to be at Monsterpalooza.
Yep.
Ina Romeo.
Yeah, thank you.
The star of such cult movies as Escape from L.A., Savage Streets. We're going to talk about all of that. And right next to you is another trailblazer, the first woman to ever have a solo spread in Girls and Corpses magazine, the beautiful BBW adult entertainer, dominatrix, the guys worship her feet, all sorts of stuff. Talisa Brown, how are you?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so glad. We were supposed to have you on a couple weeks ago. You seem fully recovered.
Not really. Voice is still gone, but I'm good.
I might go to the store, get some Vicks Vapor Rub, and we can
rub it all over me.
I could rub it all over you. We'll see what happens. Let me get our sponsor. And Josi Kat is on her way. This will be Josie's last show for a while, and we'll talk about that. But let's get our sponsors in while we can. We got Doomy's Home Cooking. Have you either one of you been to Doomy's Home Cooking?
No.
Have you, Nicole?
No.
You would like Doomy's Home Cooking. It's delicious. It's vegan food, but it doesn't taste vegan. It's comfort food that just happens to be vegan. You look at me. I'm no vegan. I love it. They've got chicken fried steak. They've got shrimp scampi. They have a Big Mac that's off the menu.
It's vegan, but it's chicken fried steak?
Absolutely. They have fried chicken that's vegan.
Oh, what kind of chicken is this? A guy that lives in the hood?
It's delicious. They have Sunday brunch. Actually, they're having a Super Bowl special. 10 buffalo legs or 10 barbecue legs and mac and cheese for $20.
Really? And that's vegan?
That's vegan.
Forget about it.
Yeah, it's delicious. They have Sunday brunch, too. And I went there a couple weeks ago. Delicious. They had vegan chorizo. They had cinnamon toast. It was delicious. All you can eat for $15, $4 mimosas. And they're open until 3 o'clock. It's in Hollywood. It's on 1253 Vine Street in Los Angeles, California, 90038. Right in the corner of Hollywood and Vine, right where, you know the shopping center where the M-Bar was?
Oh, yeah.
It's right in there. And you can go there.
$4 mimosas?
$4 mimosas on Sunday morning. There we go.
Yeah.
And $50 all you can eat. I was there a couple weeks ago. It was quite the party. It's delicious food. Go to Doomy's Home Cooking. And, if you're at the bars and you want a snack late at night after the bars.
All you got to say is, do me, baby.
It's actually Doomie,
Yeah, but anybody knows how to do me right.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Man, I think Doomies might have to sponsor you now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to our website, darkmarkshow.com, let me see if they updated it here. Not yet, Josie's still on it. But if you go to darkmarkshow.com, you can follow us on iTunes. You can follow us. You can just hit up our YouTube page with all the hijinks that we have. And also, you can go to audible.com. We are sponsored by audible.com. If you click on the Audible button right next to my smiling face, you get a free trial at audible.com. Free 30-day trial and a free audio book or any audio product they want. They've got stand-up. You do stand-up. They have classic stand-up comedy albums. Kevin Hart, Louis C.K., George Carlin. Free. You
That's
get it
crazy.
free.
Kevin Hart, classic. Whoa.
Well, hey, I'm trying to keep with the times. Hey.
Hello.
I'd listen to it for free. Why not?
Yeah,
it's
for
free.
Sure.
It's free.
Love
and you
Kevin
get a
Hart,
30-day free trial. They've got Stephen King books. You love audible.com.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Stephen King, too.
Stephen King books. They've got 50 Shades of Grey. A couple of our guests. Sasha Grey, the adult star, has a erotic novel, The Juliet Society, was on there. We had a punk rock Buddhist monk on one time. Brad Warner, his book, Hardcore Zen, is on there. Whatever you want, whatever book, whatever you're interested in.
Can I tell you something about 50 Shades of Grey?
Please.
I have not read it, and I'm not going to see the movie.
Really?
And here's why. I really don't need a guy to pull my hair or to hit me with any kind of a paddle because I went to Catholic school.
There you go.
I mean, really, my parents paid people to beat me, It was even sanctioned by the church,
There you go.
Yeah, not me. Mm-mm.
So there you go. So no, but Anyway, but go to audible.com. Get a free audiobook, and I will talk you into seeing 50 Shades of Grey with me. We're going to love it. But wait a second, and it's funny because you were married to a good-looking white man.
I was.
Just like the 50 Shades of Grey guy.
Yeah, he was better than that guy, though.
Right?
Yeah, because he was from Detroit. Hey, like me, you know?
Okay.
Let me tell you something. You know, we have less than 700,000 people living in Detroit, and I can tell you why. It's because we make the best cars in the world. We just got smart, started buying them, and drove them out of that place.
There you go. But if you need to mail us something home to Detroit, go to darkmarkshow.com and get our special with stamps.com.
Ooh.
You can print stamps at home, and you get a free 30-day trial if you go through darkmarkshow.com. Actually, there's a $100 value right here, $45 in postage coupons, free digital scale, which has many uses, a $5 supply kit, and a 4-week free trial. And you can get that free if you go to darkmarkshow.com.
Okay, so let me see. You can do me a Dark Mark, and you can get stamped. Hello.
And you can get an free audiobook.
And you can get heard at the audiobook.
Absolutely.
Do me, stamp me, listen to it while it happens.
Right. Well, you were talking about 50 Shades of Grey. The person that you're sitting next to, Talisa Brown, is a dominatrix.
Ooh.
So she pulls the hair of the guys.
Yes, mostly women.
Oh, mostly. Oh, it's like that. Okay, I thought it was. Now, how do you get a specialized practice like that? Because I would think the men would pay more.
Well, they do. That's why the men are clients and the women are personal.
Oh, so what's the weirdest thing that you've done to a client?
Oh, you don't want to know.
I want to know. That's why I have you on the show. I want to know all of it.
He wants to know.
Okay. The weirdest thing I can honestly say that I've ever done with a client, and you know what? To be honest with you, in this lifestyle, it's not weird, but for me, it is.
Right.
I was in New York, and I had a client come every morning and every evening to come to my room. He was not allowed to look at me because he was beneath me.
Of course.
And he paid $500 plus a tip to take a brown paper bag from me and leave. And in that brown paper bag was shit.
Feces?
Yeah.
So you shit in a bag? He paid for you to shit in a bag?
If I couldn't, I had somebody else do it, but he was getting it for me.
Get cat crap and put it in there.
You know, whatever.
Wait a second. So when you say you couldn't do it and you had him do it.
If I can go to the bathroom, I would have one of my friends do it for me.
Were they there or?
Yeah.
They were shitty friends.
Because I never got that call. I never got that call.
Shitty friends in a good way.
In a good way.
I never got that call. Hey, Mark, this is Talisa. I need you to shit in a bag. That never happened.
He didn't want stinky man shit. He wanted
wanted.
Is there a difference between men shit and female shit?
Humans stink.
Well, I understand that.
Yeah.
But you're also you're also men worship your feet.
Yes.
I was surprised when I went on Model Mayhem because I do a lot of research on the show. Nicole knows that I do. On my female guests, I do a lot of research.
What size shoe do you wear?
9.5.
Oh, you must have really pretty feet, huh?
Right now, no, because a client wants the nail polish off.
Okay.
Doesn't wants me to walk around outside without shoes on and then take pictures with dirty feet and without nail polish on. So
does he like the arch of the foot or just the smell of the foot?
He likes the arch and the look of the dirt around the heels.
Okay, yeah, because he's got a thing with his mom who had a job, who had to drive to her job, so her right foot always had that stain on it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you explained it. I mean, I had no idea. I just thought some guy wants dirty feet. I don't get it.
That sounded really good.
You sound like a pro.
You pretty much psychoanalyzed. So how do you get into this? How did you become a dominant? I mean, how did you?
Well, I've always been in this sort of lifestyle since I was younger. Since I was 18, I've always felt very dominant in my relationships, and I love whips and chains and.
Right.
You know, from 18 to about 30, it was all hush hush for me.
Right.
You know, it was closed doors, behind doors, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I had a very dear friend of mine take me to a club in Hollywood, that was when I met you 10 years ago.
Real? What?
Yep.
It was that long ago?
It was that long ago when I met you. Club Hell.
Because I was 12 at the time. Did I meet you at Club Hell? Because I remember reading you at Batcave.
No, you met me at Batcave afterwards, but I originally met you at Club Hell.
Oh, really?
And he took me there, and I was shocked 10 years ago. I was like, oh, people really do this in public? Like, you hear about it on the movies, and, you read about it, and you see it in magazines and stuff like that, but I didn't know there was a whole community of it, because my whole life it's been hush-hush.
Right.
So I just started getting into it, like public-wise, pro-dom and all that stuff about 10 years ago.
So, I mean, but who was the first person that submitted to you? And how did that happen?
A Mel.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a lawyer in downtown LA, and I still hold him very dear to my heart today. He was my submissive for about 5 years and passed away to cancer. But
you didn't beat him to death.
No, he would have liked that.
I'm sure.
But
That would have been the proper way for him to die.
Right.
But how does one get approached? Does he say, "Oh, you look like the type of bitch that could slap a brother around"?
No, actually, I was at a barbecue here in downtown LA, and a friend of mine that actually took me to Club Hell, we were at a barbecue pool party, and he introduced me to him as, this is one of my friends, and he's been looking for a dom.
I should have the Tom do it, but I'll open that for you. It's a weird idea. But, yeah, go ahead. You were saying?
I already said it.
Oh, okay, great.
No, we didn't. It wasn't fulfilled.
A friend of mine introduced me to him, so he brought him up to me and said, you know, he's been looking for a dom, because he was hush-hush, too, because he's a lawyer. So he was looking for one, so a friend of mine introduced us, and it just went from there.
A blind date with a bit of blindfolding.
A lot of blindfolding.
Oh, good.
On his part, at least.
So, like, were you a bully in, like, grade school and high school and stuff, since you're, like, this dominant chick?
No, actually, I was very to myself. I was one of those. I was one of those kids. A lot of weird thoughts. I was one of those kids in like junior high school, and stuff like that. That I didn't want to be around everybody else. Everyone was just. You got two, the jocks and the cheerleaders, which think their shit don't stink, and the jocks think that they can get everybody. And then you've got
not anymore.
And then you've got your nerd crowd, which I absolutely love, because I am a major, nerd and geek myself. Number one Star Wars geek, all the way.
What?
But and then you got your goth kids, and so like if I were to fit in anywhere, it would probably be between the nerds and the goth kids.
I'm looking for Star Wars tattoos. Yeah, that's
you're
what I
not
thought.
looking hard enough.
No. I'm looking. Well, I keep getting mesmerized with your breasts and what's going on there, and it's like a horse in a tree.
There's one particular tattoo just right in there.
Yeah.
Right in the middle there.
I'm not looking.
I'm looking.
Well, before you guys got here, I actually tried to get her to take her top off.
Ina?
She wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
What?
Prude face, prude hilla.
Well, you haven't always been this prudish. Now
I told her, I go, we are going to be on air, and they're going, they're going to be filming it. And she's
But
like,
here's the deal.
But they didn't tell me. I go, take your top off.
I ain't taking no top off.
Okay.
Hello.
Anyway, so next time, I got you some smart water.
That wasn't in the contract.
No, it was not in the contract. Let me tell you something. Even when I did Savage Streets, right, they asked me to do nudity.
Right.
And I said, no, go. Because as you know, Linda Blair was nude in the film.
I know.
And, yeah,
I know.
But I said, no, Stella, she don't do it, right?
Right. So Savage Streets, so that's a great segue. Savage Streets, this is why you were in, this is part of the reason that you were in Monsterpalooza. You're in a movie, cult movie, Savage Streets, with an all-star cast. Linda Blair was the star.
And little Linnea Quigley.
Who became a horror queen.
Yep.
And who else was in that movie? There was a lot of...
Johnny Van Oker, what's his name? Robert Dreyer,
right.
Louisa LaChen, Marsha. I can't think of her name.
Right.
So,
now, John Vernon from Animal House was in the movie.
That's right.
And I cheated. I looked on IMDb. But it's a cult movie, and I didn't know what a cult classic it was. But they had a whole panel of all you guys at Monsterpalooza. Linda Blair was there, although she was separate from you guys.
Yes,
she had her own little thing.
Yes.
And she looked great.
Yes, she does look great, and she's really into animals and the whole bit. And funny enough, I just realized found out a couple of years ago, because the fans started finding me on Facebook, and I was kind of shocked that the movie had become a cult film. And I'm like, why these people trying to get in touch with me after all this time for that old movie?
Was that your character voice?
No, but I'm a comic, so I like to make,
right. I was just trying to figure it out.
I've always got voices, right?
Because you played Stella.
I played Stella, and I was just this really cute, fun chick. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, but let me tell y'all some dirt, Linda. I hope you're listening.
Uh-oh.
Vanity, I hope you're listening, too. Even the edit, look at the producer. She sat up straight. She like, oh, what's she finna
Vanity?
say?
She sat up straight because look who's here.
Hey,
Josi Kat.
Josi Kat.
It's Josi Kat. See, she's right here, right next to me.
She is.
Although you got your Perrier right there. It's
Thank you. Thank you.
So here's the dirt.
She's talking about the movie
we got
Savage
some
Streets.
Good dirt. What's
some
the good
really
dirt?
good dirt. Okay.
Perfect timing.
Linda Blair.
Not only was I a kid, but I had never done a major feature before. And I was
How old were
also
you?
married. I was like 19 years old, right?
You were married at 19?
Yeah.
To a
He's
white
from
man?
Detroit.
I got married
Yeah.
at 19 too.
Yeah.
Well, that explains a lot.
Talking about my ex as a white man. Don't be talking about him as a white man. He was a man, okay? And a hell of a man.
He was all man.
He was all man.
He was
okay? He's from Detroit.
No comment.
So here's the thing.
How much older was he than you before you get into the dirt?
1 year older than me.
Okay, so that's not bad.
No. He's a
too
good
young
boy.
for both of you, but yeah.
He's a good boy.
Right.
But in any event, Linda Blair had a trailer. We all had trailers. And one day I walked past the trailer and I saw her in Vanity kind of bent over. And I'm like, oh.
Vanity, like Prince's, like Erotic City, Prince Vanity?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, beautiful Vanity. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what those girls are doing. I wonder if they're playing
That could be a hot situation.
Right? Are they playing Parcheesi?
Is there more to the story?
And so they turn around and they see me walk by. They go, oh.
I figured that was where that was going.
Well,
You want to come in, Ina? I said,
At 19, I would have been there right with them. I was a bad 19-year-old punk rocker with shaved head, and I was...
Please, you would have been there now. Come on.
Well, you got a
don't do
leopard
that.
print bra.
Well, this is when Linda was dating
Rick James.
Rick James.
So that's what I was trying to... I was expecting Rick James to come out in the trailer, too.
Yes. No, she was dating Rick James, and Vanity was seeing the guy from, the pop and lock guy, the Boogaloo guy. I can't think of his name.
Shabadoo?
Is that the guy? The one that started
From
the whole...
Breaking to Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah, the one that started
I
the
can't
whole
believe
pop
you
lock
know
trend.
that.
I love Breaking to Electric Boogaloo. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's right. Let me see. Let's go Vanity, who's dated who. But go ahead. Keep with the story.
Well, and so it just was all very shocking to me because it was Hollywood and I'd read about Hollywood, but I'd never really participated in the debauchery.
Where'd you come from?
Detroit.
From Detroit.
Yeah, small town girl. And just pretty much
Have
I
you
was
been
a
back
wife.
there since?
To Detroit?
Yeah.
Girl, have I been back? Ooh, and I wish I had so much money to buy it all.
I know, but my friends went house shopping, and some of the places, like the ceilings are caving in, and she's
the house
just,
is
and all the
$2.
fixtures are like, they're like 15 grand.
Right.
They're these old homes, and it's amazing the prices.
Yep.
I mean, these are like old historical places.
Yeah, because the house I grew up in is an historical home with a plaque and the whole bit.
I guess a lot of artists are moving into some of the areas, and they're doing sustainable living, and they're just trading and bartering, which I think is kind of cool.
And no put down
It's
on
becoming
doomy
the
doomy
apocalypse.
doomy
Yep.
the vegetarian
Food's gonna
food.
be the-
But I'm all about White Castle. I'm
Food's
all
gonna be
about
the
the castle.
commodity.
White Castle.
Right.
That's what I like.
Oh, so I'm looking at who's
White
dated who with
Castle.
Vanity.
They call them sliders.
And apparently, I think you're... it's either James DeBarge or Mickey Free that you're thinking of because...
Okay. Whichever one.
Yeah.
Because he was into the whole pop lock thing. He started the whole pop lock thing.
Because she dated Anna Band, Billy Idol, Rick James. She dated Rick James too. Prince, Mickey Free, James DeBarge, John Stamos,
So they
Mickey
have
Sixx, and
something to
Anthony
talk
Smith.
about.
Yeah.
Let's give him something to talk about.
Right.
Oh, you have a good voice. You sing too?
Just Broadway. I can sell a song.
just
but I can't
Broadway,
sing.
that's all.
Broadway.
Yeah, I can sell a song.
So
I can't
Josie's
sing.
So what's
here-
your favorite Broadway song?
I don't really have one.
Really?
No. I
Can you
really
sing
don't.
Annie?
The sun will come out tomorrow. Who can't sing Annie?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I can't. I can sing it punk rock
like I
style.
did a show called I forgot this tour I
I'll do it
did,
like
and one of the
Motorhead.
songs we sang was passing through. You know, like one of those old like off Broadway thingies or whatever. I don't even remember half that stuff I did. I've done so much. What can I say?
I was going to
you
say,
know?
so Josie, your band is back, right? Carrera, the show's all back on?
Yeah, everything's back on.
Okay, so February, if you want to hear somebody sing, February 13th at Loaded.
Yes, and we're gonna probably do a benefit for Jenna. Sasha, she goes by Sasha Knox. She's an adult film star. She was at Hederick working this. It's kind of an adult themed horror, haunted house. That's very.
Was it
intense.
Heretic or Hederick?
I don't know why. You know me with horror. I always get like which one it was. You know,
she was working at a haunted house.
It's one of the haunted houses. Anyway, she fell off a ledge or something, and her knee won't stop oozing. It's been for like 2 months, and it's still swollen.
Right.
It's like, oh no, it's terrible. So she needs a benefit.
So
Obamacare.
So probably yeah. So Josi has been in a few movies, including. I was trying to pull the clip of Lloyd Kaufman praising you, but you were in Tales from the Crapper, which you've mentioned about 100 times on the show.
Yes.
But how did you meet Lloyd Kaufman? Because he thinks the world of you. Apparently, you guys have done a lot together.
We have. Go ahead.
You were on, How to Make a Movie, like one of his
Part
things.
1 and 2.
Right.
I went with him to different production studios, and I basically interviewed, the makeup artists and everyone to the special effects people, and we just basically went through how to make your own movie. It's called How to Make Your Own Damn Movie. And he did 2 parts because he's like kind of the king of doing like guerrilla style films.
Real low budget, Toxic Avenger, Sergeant Kabuki Man. And
I learned a lot from him through the years. We've been friends for 25 years.
Which goes,
I was a Troma.
Which goes to my original question. How did you meet Lloyd Kaufman?
Jeez, I don't even remember. I can't remember if it was conventions first or doing or working with him. I don't know. I did a lot of appearances with him, so I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg. Right. If it was the films or the,
But Ina, it is true that you are the first. Did you want me to open this for you?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. You were the first black actress ever in Monsterpalooza? That can't be right.
Well, or was it Fangoria?
Well, it was Monsterpalooza.
Right.
But also, I'm one of just a few black actresses who have done horror films. Oh. Because Savage Streets is also in the horror genre, as well as Escape from L.A., because I was the blonde hooker in Escape from L.A., which is also
Did you have the massive afro?
No. I wore a blonde wig.
She had a blonde wig.
Yeah, I started the whole blonde wig trend.
Right.
That was before RuPaul,
before Nicki
Minaj,
any of them.
It was before any of them. Right. And the reason I didn't get killed in the film is because Kurt Russell and I had a little love thing going on.
Did you really?
We sure did. Yes, we had.
Does Goldie know about this?
Yeah, for sure. But it was a love thing. It was
really Kurt and Goldie like that.
No. Our characters had a lot of chemistry in the film,
right?
So that's why I didn't get killed, because I think that had the third come back, that I would have come back as well, and that we would have had a love relationship.
Because you basically intimated that you had sex with Kurt Russell.
No, I did not. Okay, no way, because he loves his little wife, and he would never ever do anything against her.
But was she with him a lot of the time?
No, when
she
I was there,
set,
no.
But there was a little attraction between the two of you.
But only on film. Okay. Only on film.
Really?
He's very professional, and so am I.
No, I'm not saying he's not professional, but he's a good-looking guy.
Right. Well, I'm a good-looking girl.
I noticed that.
I was married, and the thing about it is I'm all for monogamy. And if you cheat on me, you got to step player. Right. I'm not having it. And I appreciate Kurt Russell's devotion.
Player. I like that.
I like his, devotion to his woman. And
so how was it like working with John Carpenter?
She's getting serious.
Oh my God, it was really good working with Carpenter, because I didn't realize the enormity of who he was and all that he had done.
And the horror genre, he's a legend.
Man,
but he was just so nice. He was just so nice to me. Oh my God, he was so nice to me.
Nicole knows John Carpenter, and
and I was like, God, I can't believe this guy is being so nice to me. Because let me just make one other point. I did Outbreak, right?
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Okay, Frankenheimer directed that.
Yeah.
And on set, he goes, "Where's that black woman?"
Oh, really? You're the black woman. Chop.
I was like, is he going to send me to the gas chamber?
I just came from Berlin. I saw Hitler's bunkers, and it is a car lot now.
You told me
and
about
a condominium. They didn't want to, they flooded it, and they closed it all down because they didn't want neo-Nazis to come and, worship the ground and pay homage. Yeah. So they decided to make it anonymous.
Right. Speaking of that, Talisa, has anybody had you dress up in a Nazi uniform? And
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Now it'll happen after this show.
Now you are. I think we might have some requests. Well, you are one of the. I shouldn't say the largest because that's a bad pun, but you are one of the most popular BBW porn stars, I would say, around.
Well, thank you. I started off in 2009, and I worked my butt off.
Literally.
Only one time.
Did you actually lose weight? Were you starting to lose weight from all the action?
No.
No?
So what do you say only one time? You only did one movie? Or
No, one anal. Well, that's what I meant by
she lost her ass.
No, she meant really working her ass. That ass was earning it.
That was actually my very first time ever doing anal, too.
Wow,
and that was my very last time.
Oh.
Wait, so you've
Nasty.
only had anal sex one time.
One time, and it was on film.
And I've never had anal sex, and I don't think I'm going to
You
have
don't
anal
want
sex.
What's wrong with anal sex?
There's the after show
I
party.
love doing it to people.
That pain. That pain.
Wait. You completely missed that. Say that one more time.
I love doing it to people.
Yeah.
I love doing it to men.
people.
I love doing it to women. I love it, but just don't do it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I heard that.
I mean, if it
And what
works
kind
for
of
you, that's
instruments
fine.
do you use when you're doing it to the man?
Strap-ons.
Oh, man.
What'd you expect?
Look at her face.
What'd you expect? A tire iron? I mean, of course he uses a strap on.
My fist. Strap on.
Wait.
Strap off.
I mean, you gotta
She
look
just-
at it. It's like either you're gonna go with the tool or you're gonna go with this. What do you want?
I've also
What
used
do
a
you think? A
bat.
Phillips head screwdriver? Of course it's
Yeah.
Did you say a bat?
A baseball
said a
bat?
bat.
Yeah.
And someone's ass?
a... Wait, a wood bat or an aluminum bat?
A wooden bat.
You know, when I was in
Better be
Okay.
The Louisville bats are really good. They're nice and smooth. So
There's a reason they call them the sluggers.
I got a story. So when I was in Germany, I went to
Wait,
look at
Josi
some
got an anal sex story. Come on.
It's better than that. When I was in Germany, I'm all by myself in my room, and I'm like, I'm going to look at some porn. First thing that comes up on all the German porn sites are
Scheisse films?
shit films
Yes.
and animals.
Right. Welcome into Germany. Wunderbar.
I actually watched one, and I was like having a debate. I was like,
Wait, the
I was
animal
I was like,
or the
is-
Scheisse?
who? The animal one. I couldn't watch the shit one.
Okay.
And I thought, is that animal abuse or is that animal
bestiality,
liking?
it is
I
animal
consider
abuse.
it animal abuse.
I mean,
yes.
I think it's animal abuse.
I think if you
Yeah.
can't choose it, it's not your choice.
Well, but then again, now if you put peanut butter on something and the animal eats it, is that animal abuse?
That's animal abuse.
Wait a minute. I'm still thinking about that Louisville slugger.
Okay, let's get back to baseball.
She's like, this whole conversation. Let's
Wait a minute. Now, do you
Baseball.
put a condom over the bat or you just insert the bat?
I do normally.
What condom if it's a baseball bat?
I normally put a condom over it,
Hello.
but if it's their bat and it's staying with them,
Right.
then yeah.
Okay, so like,
You know,
don't
That
do it
sounds
without
kind of
a condom. Do you
painful.
have to use like a lube in order to put that bat
yeah,
up somebody's
that's gonna
booty?
have tearing
Oh, yeah.
if you don't use a lube.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay.
very impossible.
And so
So
is
Matt,
it
you put a
mostly
Magnum?
guys that like that?
My girlfriend's a
Women
nurse
do
and
too?
told me
Yep.
all these
But how
stories
can
of
a
like
big- how can a
things
booty
that
be
people
that bad?
I saw a
Hold on.
wall
Hold
of
on,
things
hold on.
people
things in
stuck up their
people's
butts.
ass.
Hold on,
I mean,
hold
they
on.
come with all these
Hold on,
excuses.
Hold on. So you put a
They
Magnum.
always fell on it.
We'll get to that in a second. You put a condom on a baseball bat.
Yes.
You put
Move
some
it
lube
up.
on and throw it in.
And up it goes.
Something. Okay. And they love it.
Yeah, it's really cool because then you have them walk around on all four and it's like walking a dog. You're holding the handle, walking a dog.
So that's his tail is the Louisville Slugger bat.
Oh my
Pretty much.
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tail or leash, you know,
Wow.
anything like that.
So
Anything
these
I want it
guys
to be.
never ever have to worry about getting colonoscopies. I mean, like they're like wide open. You know what I mean?
They're wide open.
Because I've got to get a colonoscopy in a couple of weeks, and I am like dreading it.
Talisa, do you want to help her out or?
Oh hell to the no!
I can use something smaller. I can use one of those mini bats.
It's a wiffle ball bat.
She's like, not even a Q-tip.
So your friend the nurse, what's the weirdest thing she pulled out of somebody's ass?
She's just said that
What's the weirdest thing she pulled out of your ass?
she's never pulled anything out of my ass. I
Okay.
pulled a few rabbits out of my ass.
I'm sure you have. Haha. The Keenest the comic around here. Go ahead.
Oh!
Wow, that was a burn.
Burn!
Yeah, no.
No, not a good way to end things.
I know. Wait, you see what's coming up. By the way,
no.
before we get to that, Jeremy is here, the president of Skid Row Studios.
Oh, hi,
Jenny is
Jeremy.
here. Jeremy, what is your favorite Josi Kat moment on the show since this is her last show for a while?
It's got to be the spanking the Santa that one year.
Spanking Santa?
Yeah, we had a Santa Claus in here. This guy was totally looked like Santa Claus. And Josi started spanking him. And do it again. Do what you did to Santa. Say it.
I said, "You've been bad, Santa. You've been bad." And he bent over. I said, "Bend over more," and he did. Stuck his little Santa butt up in the air.
Her hair's looking good, and I got that big thing on my head, and I'm looking at her going, she ain't got that big thing on her head. So I took that big thing off my head because my hair is so cute.
It's okay. We don't play a lot of sound effects and wacky.
Yeah, thank
things
God. So I'm like, ooh,
for this show, but
and put this big black thing closer to my lips.
Yes. There we go. And Jenny, what is your favorite Josi Kat moment on the show? Jenny, our producer. What? Oh, you just thought of something. Come on, you got to say it. What is your favorite Josi Kat moment on the show?
I like her liner to say hi to everyone.
Hello, Dark Minions.
Say it again.
Your liner to say hi to everyone.
Oh, I didn't say it. Hello, Dark Minions.
Yeah. We're trying to find a new one for Nicole. That's
I
the
gotta
other
think
thing.
of something sexy.
We got to figure out what we can keep and what we can't. So we've already done the research thing. We're going to keep that one. I do a lot of, and Josi will tell you how much research I do on my female guests.
He'll know everything about you. He does a lot of research on the women.
And
especially women with photos.
Yes, and you both have a lot of really cute photos. And so, hello, Dark Minions, you're leaving with that, right? We're going to try to find something new. The spank train, I don't know if we're going to keep that. We'll see what happens. And
we weren't really doing that anymore either.
Yeah. Well, so what was your favorite?
People were kind of...
Yeah, when I started the show in 2013.
It's kind of lost its...
Right.
It was so funny at first and fun, and then it got old, you know.
Well, spanking's a bit vanilla these days. I mean, what with, anal batting.
Right. When I started the show in 2013, didn't want to do what everybody else does, and just be a comic interviewing other comics about comedy and other things. So, and Josi Kat was my third guest because she's fascinating. She's been an actress, singer, everything that you can produce her. And I was in her video, and we had her on with Gary Garver, and at the old John Lovitz Club. And then after the show, you were like, "This is so much fun. Can I come every week?" And I wouldn't even have thought that you would have the time to do it every week, or that you even wanted to do it every week.
Oh, I told you, Gary was like, "Do it. You should be his co-host."
I have to thank Gary for that.
And I was like, "You said, do you have the time?" I was like, I don't know. It's kind of like, I can't promise for how long. You know, I did give you a disclaimer. I was like, I'm not sure how long I'll be able to keep it up. You
kept it up for a long time, and a lot of great memories and a lot of great shows.
A lot of shows.
I remember the first show that we did together where you were the co-host. We had Count Smokula and Wacko the Magician. And they're great. But
Wacko was one of my favorite guests. I actually, earlier today, I was saying some of my favorite guests. Wacko was one of my favorite people that I've met through the show.
Right. You met Nicole Sixx through the show.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I did.
And who else have you met that you really have become friends with from the show? That's it?
Yeah.
A lot of people. Right. I mean, there's been a lot of people that I didn't know before.
Well, I'll tell you when it really clicked between me and Josi, because we were at the Lovitz Studio, then we were doing it at Emery's house, and then we do it here, was the show that we had Charlie Haynes from the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling on. And she was the only guest. And we just clicked. And then three of us just had this great conversation. I was like, wow, I was just buzzing. The week before we had Danny Danger, and we did some tasing.
That was fun.
I was like,
I tased her nipples. I was like, has anyone ever? This is the one thing.
This is the show that I invited you on.
This is the one thing why we clicked, because I'll think of these random things like with Danny, she's done all this tasing with her lips and her tongue, and I'm like, have you ever tased your nipples? And she's like, no. I go, can I tase them? And that was like, okay. And he was like. Because, I'll provoke people to get them, to open up a little more than I think they usually would. Yeah. That's the nice thing about having a female
tase
host.
with a taser.
With a taser, yes. That's what
you guys are saying something
people are a lot more comfortable, too.
Stuff you just said, that's awesome. Oh, my God. Well, I'm ready to kill my cat if she scratches me.
Well, another of my favorite Josi Kat moments is when Orpheus, who will be here in a couple weeks, set you on fire.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Orpheus is really good at that.
Yes, he really is.
It actually tickled.
Yes,
that was nice.
he uses
really
little
good.
fire torches and does a little fire play with women.
Where on your body did he torch you?
Just along the arms, like it's just kind of like this, but warm. It was like a kind of like a
The stomach, the chest, the.
I thought the same thing, but the girl who was supposed to be here wasn't. So I was like, okay.
Was it erotic? Did it turn you on?
No, not really, because I was on camera. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I was with
Don't give Ruby any ideas.
If you were in a room alone having fire play, would it turn you on?
I was like, I don't know if fire is a good idea.
So Talisa, you were, as I said, you're a BBW porn star. You're a BBW sex symbol. Do you mind the term BBW? Because Josie hates when I say that she's a BBW. What do you?
Not at all. Actually, when I first walked in here, this beautiful lady right here, she goes, "They call you a BBW?" And
right.
I'm like, yeah. She was a little aggravated over that, but no,
definitely
like you were saying with the Girls and Corpses magazine, I am the first, not only full figured, but first tattooed woman in Girls and Corpses magazine, and I've been in 4 issues, including the German one, and on German TV for Girls and Corpses magazine.
And how did you hook up with them?
At Club Hill, I was actually doing a performance there where I was doing. Trampling and stomping, and I was walking on this guy.
I trampled.
My high heels.
Was it trample Matt? No.
Yeah, I get you trample Matt on the show. I've been talking about that.
No, but I was actually, he came up to me because I was literally standing both of my feet on his head while he was laying down.
Men love this.
Yeah, this guy in Trample Matt, you should hook up with him because he pays. I got all of my fear leaders. We were doing a topless car wash, which meant when people got there, we wouldn't wash the top of their cars. Oh my goodness! So this guy, Trample Matt, comes and he has someone who will videotape it. So I'm like, okay, you have to pay each one of the girls $50. So we got on the fence and like 10 of us were just jumping on him like monkeys, and he
goes to fetish clubs. He has a sign, "Stand on me, it's okay." And so you were trampling his head.
Yes.
And he loved it.
And, Corpsey, the owner of the
they like
the
to
magazine.
step on their face.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
The owner of the magazine came up to me. The owner of the magazine came up to me, and he was just like, "I have to have you in my magazine."
Right.
And, I'm like, okay.
And describe the magazine for Ina. We all know what it is, but...
Girls and Corpses magazine is where it's supposed to be the girl next door, really homely girls, no tattoos, very innocent looking. Get into sexual positions or anything with corpses.
Yes.
Movie corpses.
Not real corpses.
Yeah, no, because
that's pedophilia, right?
No, but I did do an article for Girls and Corpses magazine. I went to Puerto Rico and I did an article on a cemetery out there, and there is a picture of me holding a real skull from grave robbers.
But for the most part, it's all just photo shoots.
Yeah. The girls in the pictures with the corpses. All those corpses, of course, are fake, but then they do have a lot of articles where they actually show real corpses.
Okay, so let me ask, the basic question. So the people that are looking at that magazine, they get turned on by thinking that a pretty girl is with a dead body?
No, I don't think that.
I don't think
Actually,
I think and this is just my own opinion, because he was very proud of the magazine being like the top 10 worst magazines in the world. And he went with that and he ran with that, and it was amazing. But I think it was all for fun.
It's kind of mixing cheesecake and horror.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it is.
And from a male perspective, if a really hot, beautiful woman like Talisa is posing and being seductive with a corpse that looks like the Crypt Keeper, I'm thinking, well, if she'll lay like that.
They're not looking at that. They're looking at the chick.
No. Well, if you let me finish my thought, Josie. I think, well, if she's going to lay like that with them, she's going to lay like that with me. That's what I'm thinking.
And it's more than that. I write scary stories. And in my own sex scenes, my job is to arouse you and disturb you and push you to that point that you're almost guilty about it. But this one person gave the magazine back or said he wasn't going to give the magazine back to my roommate because he had been using it at home and some of the pages might be stuck together. And she told me that because she figured I'd enjoy that, which it's fine. I'm glad you enjoyed it. The point is I want you to feel delightfully disturbed.
That's what I thought.
Right.
So it's not really about turning you on about the concept of the girl with the corpse. It's about turning you on about how wrong it is to picture the girl with the corpse.
Yes.
I think it's kind of like more like I don't know, because I worked with Troma too many times.
Right.
Just campy, silly fun.
It's campy, silly fun with pretty girls.
It's silly, topless girls.
But still being turned
It's
on.
just the fuck with you.
That's what it comes down to. Yeah, you're right. They're always in
Yeah, the
bed.
magazine
It's
has no
sexy
nudity.
girls and goofy stuff.
Yeah.
And-
It's just
because
goofy.
he said of who I am and being such a strong, empowering woman, he had me be the only, still to this day, the only corpse wrestler
Oh,
in the
fun.
magazine.
Oh, I was going to get into your wrestling, and so you wrestle guys too.
Yeah, femdom wrestling, yes.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna wrestle?
No,
Come
no.
on.
She's got. We already talked about it. She's got.
Yeah, we were gonna wrestle, but
happened?
when
Come on.
I was on my way to work in New Orleans, my
you
vanilla
got
job, and I know I didn't do it at work. I was actually packing in my room, and this beautiful, voluptuous, sexy woman was in my room, Cupcake Narcotic. And
You know, Cupcake.
That's her name?
Narcotic?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was, her ass is so amazing that I didn't want to disturb her from bending over in front of me. So I jumped up on one side of my bed and I went to jump off the other side and I slipped and twisted my ankle.
Oh, wow.
But it was so worth it for that view with that
Well,
ass.
I'm looking at Cupcake Narcotic now. Yeah, that's a nice ass.
Wow.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Now we gotta get her on the show, but there's nothing to prevent you from putting Josie in a headlock, though, right?
No.
He just wants to see those two amazing chess wrestlers.
My neck has been injured for like 3 days now. I can barely even turn my neck.
So how did you get into wrestling?
I can't.
I actually was a wrestler for Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy.
So you were going to be a professional wrestler?
I was. But this was about 4 years ago. I went to the academy and I was wrestling, and it was amazing. It was a great workout. The first time I was there, they told me, "You're not leaving until you throw up." And I'm like, "Oh,
Right.
great." They worked me to the point where I went outside and threw up like The Exorcist. And they're like, "Okay,
Wow.
you're done. You're done
So-
for the day." But
So did they teach you how to trash talk? Because you're so nice, I can't even think that you would trash talk.
you know what's funny is that I am really nice and I'm very sweet and I'm very humble and whenever I do a session with a guy and they want me to degrade them, I have to blindfold them because after I say something very mean and hurtful, I laugh. I laugh within myself because I think I don't laugh out loud, but I think it's funny and almost like a little girl. I guess I get that little girl like, ha ha, ha, I can't believe I just said that,
I feel the same way when I'm on stage when I
Right.
tell a really good
You know?
joke.
Right.
But yeah, I've done a lot wrestling. But then my career that I'm working with right now in the oil industry,
Right.
that took off 4 years ago. So I've been traveling ever since with that job and never went back to the wrestling academy. But with my job, my
Right.
vanilla job, traveling so much from state to state,
Right.
I actually am a premier and I dance. I strip in clubs, in skinny girl clubs.
Right. And how does that go over?
Very good.
Yeah?
I make a lot of money.
Now, what kind of man is into BBW?
That's working overtime.
It is because I work 12 to
That's
16
working
hours at the oil refinery. Then I get off and I
Trust
go to
me,
the
I
strip
know.
club for, 4 to 6 hours. I barely have enough time to go back to my room, shower, and sleep before I have to wake up and go back to work.
No, but
I've
you
been
worked
living
at an
that
oil
life, like,
refinery.
I work at
Day
oil
and
refineries
night
all
working.
around the world. Yes.
Well, but you made a good point about what kind of men are attracted to BBWs, and the thing about it is that's such an archaic term, and it really is not a good term for women because women are curvy. What is wrong with just being a woman? She looks normal.
That's what I
and if
said.
you're
Beautiful
in
and
Detroit,
happy,
where
men
I'm
just like
from, she would have 10 guys. Right? It's not a big issue. Her size is inconsequential because really, I think that this whole thing of declaring that women are BBWs now and
Right.
all that, it's a bunch of crap. You go by the face and the personality. That's what men like.
And then, but then you get things on the internet like tattooed plumper Talisa Brown wraps her flab around a cock.
Yeah.
Okay, but those are small-minded
the thing
people.
is, BBW doesn't bother me because BBW means big, beautiful woman, big breasted women, big butt women. So I just go by that. I have big tits. So I just go by that.
Does tattoo plumper bother you?
To be honest with you, the porn industry, the names that they put out there for BBW women and full-figured women, curvy women, supersized BBWs, whatever, the names that they put for those movies are kind of degrading.
Yeah.
Say I'm a man and I am into a really big woman because I like her stomach, I like her ass, I like her tits, I like her thighs.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm going to want to get a movie that has a good title to it. Something sexual, something sensual, something that's going to turn me on, not fat fuckers or something like that. You know, I mean, and you know what? It's not so much as degrading. It's just the fact is that I want to find something sexual. I don't want to be like, oh, I don't know if I want to take that up to the counter.
And you bring up a good point because that's why women are turned off by porn because we're still women and we want some kind of romance.
Except for the woman to your right.
I like funny porn.
I love porn, and I don't know about romance because I'm polyamorous. I mean, romance.
She dates more than one person.
Yeah, I date more than one person at a time, and they all know about each other. We either date each other together, or I have my own separate relationships.
Guys, are you listening to this?
So how many in your circle right now?
Actually, I am 100% single.
Really?
Yep.
It's called a rotation.
Yeah, Nicole's got the rotation. Ina, you were going to show me your tattoos?
I am.
You want to see my tattoos? Okay, trust me. I'm so dark. This should be the Dark Ina show. Okay,
let's see.
We need like a spotlight for my tattoos. Okay, here goes one.
Okay,
I'll get my phone.
All right. Wow.
Wait.
Okay. All right. All right. There's one.
Keiko PJ. PJ is my kitty PJ. Okay, and then I'll show you my good tattoo. Y'all ready for this?
I'm all ready. All right, let's all get. Come on, we all got it.
Let's go.
Get ready for this. Come on.
Get the groove going.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
I like it already.
BBW.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Hey. Now, who's Brian? What is that? Oh, Beanie. Who's that?
Mooney is me.
Mooney, okay.
Yeah, because when I was a little kid, like they loved me so much, and so I'm the baby of the family out of 7, right? And so they would call me Boonie. And so my brother, I hadn't seen him in a really long time because he was locked up because, you know, he's like crazy, right? And he goes, oh, little Boone. And I go, oh my God, I forgot anybody called me Boonie. He goes, yeah, hey, let me tell you something. I'm the youngest out of 7, right? From Detroit, went to Catholic school. Let me tell you, my mother used to complain all the time about my dad being an alcoholic. I swear to God, I thought we were Irish.
Well, Booney, I didn't hear what you said. I'm still, that's a great ass. I'm still mesmerized. You got a good view, Talisa. Well, not bad, huh?
You know what? Yeah. Why do you think I didn't say anything? I was like, I was looking. I was admiring.
Well, you got so many tattoos yourself. When did you first get your first tattoo?
I was 16 when I got my first tattoo.
Right. And you have tattoos, but normally I don't like tattoos on the breast, but you've done it in a tasteful manner.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I love your tattoos.
It's my trio life has looking at the time has two whole purposes. One purpose is the lotus flower between my breasts represents a child innocence purity, which is me when I was born a long time ago. The willow tree represents your life, chaotic destruction, beauty, romance, like love, everything. The bats and the butterflies represent the good and evil in my life that I've done to myself. Mm-hmm. But if I didn't have this top on and if you went like this, no woman's boobs are even. So the lotus flower evens my boobs.
Oh. Well, actually, Josi's are even, but that's the doctor's handling.
The doctor did a good job.
Best money I ever invested.
Well, you know me, it's all about chitlins and pork.
No, yours are fine. Yours are fantastic.
The thing with Josi is she has this jacket on. Yeah, and yes, she's been on the show a lot, but I've been traveling the world this whole time. I have not seen her boobs.
Of your breasts.
So I am being deprived right now. I want to see your boobs.
I'm just in a sports bra.
It's her awesome.
Oh,
Josi, show me your belly tattoo.
Yeah, she does have a nice belly.
She has a lotus too. Do we all have lotuses? Do you have a lotus?
Do I have a lotus? I showed y'all my tattoo.
Okay, where's your lotus?
That's my lotus.
What's the big deal with the lotus, everybody?
Everybody's look at that. Hello.
Nice.
Oh, look at that. Very nice. And you have, is that your only tattoo, Nicole?
No. I have a narcissist.
I go big.
And then I'm actually getting a posy here right before Valentine's Day. I'm thinking next Tuesday or Thursday.
Okay.
Get a Friday the 13th tattoo.
So what's the big deal
I
about
will
the
be at
lotus?
I do on Friday the 13th.
The lotus flower, what's the big deal about that?
Tell her about the lotus flower, everybody.
Well, to me, the lotus flower represents innocence, purity, serenity, tranquility, everything that is good about a person. So that's what a lotus flower represents to me.
Right. And what do you use it for?
I got mine when I started to break out on the scene. It represents Queen, being regal, Cleopatra.
What scene did you break out on?
The entertainment scene. With multiple facets of it.
So it means different things to different people.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a scene
I
queen
need to give me
flower.
a little lotus.
We're all going to the tattoo parlor. We're all getting lotuses. And where does the time go? I do have to say, it goes by so fast.
So fast.
So fast. I have to say, Talisa Brown, now you're back in town.
I am back in town. I am going to be leaving, though, for work, but I did move back to Southern California.
Now, do you have any dancing things coming up?
I am going to be dancing probably if I'm still here next week at the Vintage Strip Club in the Valley.
Okay.
I do that every Thursday night. So
I drove by there the other day, and I thought this would be a great place to have a party.
It is, and
I've never been
amazing.
in there. The
They're
name
amazing
and
there.
the outside looks vintagey. I'm like, I can't believe this is the one strip bar in LA I haven't been to, but
It's
Nice.
amazing.
So far.
I've
Go
been to a
there.
strip
Well, next
bar.
Thursday you're not going to be on the show, so please go and see Talisa and Strip. Bring the whole gang. And you're Mistress Talisa on Twitter.
Yes. Mistress Talisa on Twitter, Talisa Brown on Facebook, FetLife NYC Talisa Brown.
NYC Talisa.
Yeah, my NYC family, the Leather family. I've been with them for about a year and a half now.
Oh, okay.
So I have a great fetish community. I love my family. Absolutely love them.
We got to get into that next time you're on the show. Please come back and I'll see you soon.
Yes, definitely will.
And it's Ina or Ina? Ina, that's what I thought. I think I said Ina a couple times too, but Ina, I'm so sorry. First off, you were fantastic. I knew you would be. Where you have any shows coming up? You're a terrific stand-up comedian. We didn't even touch on that.
I know.
And that which is good.
And we didn't even touch on the fact that my little cute commercial, that Got Milk commercial.
That's right. You're on the Got Milk commercial.
Hello, that Got Milk commercial came in. Okay, Spike TV did their 20 annual funniest commercials of the year countdown. Out of all that were submitted, thousands, we came in number 5.
That's amazing.
Cool.
It's a great commercial. YouTube, but you Got Milk.
Funny,
It's
so
very funny.
But I have a show Saturday at a recovery house for women.
Okay.
That's going to be good, like 300 or 400 people. I'm going to rock the house.
Right.
And then Tuesday, I'm at, where's that place I'm at with Lang Parker and Laura Hayden, everybody? I've forgotten the name of that place. 402 Comedy or something like that. I've forgotten. We need to plug that.
What's your Twitter so we could go?
Yeah, I'm
look
at
there
Ina
and
Romeo.
Follow
And
where
then
you're
I'm
gonna be.
also InaRomeoTV.com.
Okay.
Right. I'm trying to see. There's nothing on your Facebook page.
And how
but-
do you spell it?
Yeah, it is. If you look down, you can see it.
Okay, hold on.
The 402 Comedy.
402. Hold on. I'm scrolling down real as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Because you got because there's all the posts that I make. I'm good like that.
Yeah.
And so INA Romeo. Okay, it's the west of the 405 Comedy.
Yeah.
At 116 Santa Monica Boulevard, Santa Monica, California, 90401. David Forsyth, Brian Mark, Kristen McHugh. This is a good lineup. Laura Hayden. So definitely check that out.
Tuesday.
This
At
Tuesday
8
coming
o'clock.
up?
Yeah, Tuesday.
If
the
I am
3rd of
still in town,
February.
I will be there.
Oh, I would love it if you guys would come out. Oh, you too, my darling.
Josie gets to make more friends at the end of her show.
Exactly. and Josie, it's only a minute left, but I got to tell you, and you will be back as a guest many a time. And I want to thank you for everything that you've done.
Well, thank you for having me.
You've really made the show completely different and a lot better than I initially thought it would be. And,
I was telling Mark you were his Catwoman because I'm the new Robin, but you were the Catwoman.
Right. Apparently I'm Batman. So,
It's your show.
but tell Nicole your reaction when I said that I was going to ask her to be my new co-host.
Oh, you were one of the people that I was going to suggest. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because I always thought you were a great guest.
Thank you.
So you're leaving the show in good hands.
I know.
Anyway, so I miss you already, and
Good hands and little tits. Right?
They're not as little as you think.
That's right. They're being hidden. They're quite
they're solid.
nice. Oh,
they're solid. Everybody,
lunatic girls.
See, I don't have a tattoo.
That's it's Josi's final show.
So I love her tits.
Anyway,
Josie.
Yes.
And then
anyway, congratulations, Nestor's sister won a SAG award for being on the cast of Orange is the New Black.
That guy?
Oh, those are my favorite shows.
And also, if you're in Las Vegas this week, February 2nd, I will be at the Adrenaline Bar and Grill, 3103 North Rancho Drive with the 420 comic Jeffrey Peterson, our friend Bobby Stouts. It's a great lineup. Everybody have a wonderfully creepy week. Bye.
Bye.